NBA Straya, how are you going? Hey, Yanni, you good? You're probably doing better than your mate, Jim. Anyway, this is NBA Straya. I am your hungover host, James Clements. Thursday, April 3rd, a.k.a. the day after your mate Jim went and saw Sublime. One of his all-time favourite bands. Obviously, I'd never seen them because their singer died 30 years ago. But, you know, it was awesome. I had a great night. We'll talk about that again in a second. We're going to do Easter Power Rankings as we head into, like, the final, 10 days of the season, which is kind of crazy to think about. But anyway, that's going to be fun. We'll wrap up the games from today as well. We've got some That's on the Knife, Old Mate, No Mate, Spud of the Night, Bet on Lonzo Ball. We'll do some very, very brief yeah-nahs, power rankings, etc. For your unpopular opinion of the day. Do an Andrew Gay's Great Mamba Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. And then we'll pick and preview the games tomorrow, Good Friday, and point out a couple of the other highlights over the weekend, because we're not going to do another show until next Monday, I reckon. So that'll be fun. Yeah, big weekend ahead, isn't it? Yes, it is, Jim. Yes, it is. All right, so let's get into it. Episode 1375, NBA Australia. Ole! I don't practice Santeria. Let's bloody well go.
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gay.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Darcy Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And 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 you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Australia.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
Oh, you better watch out for the Dyson Daniels attack, eh? Or, if you're Jock Lando, you got to watch out for that piece of crap Goga Batase attack. What a moron that idiot is. I hate him. He just made the list. We'll talk about that again in a second. But I did love seeing Dyson Daniels going right after everybody, standing up for his mate. You love to see that. Anyway, you should also watch out for the attack of Jim had too many tins and was out too late last night. That was that was a punish of a wake up. I don't know. You sort of like get out of Festival Hall. You've seen one of your favorite bands absolutely carve it up. Sublime were fantastic. We had balcony seats at a Festival Hall in the front row. There is not a better spot to see a band in all of Melbourne. You're right up close. You're up high, but you're not too high. It's just perfect. There's a bar behind you. So yeah, a few too many tins sitting there delightedly, singing my guts out, having a great old time. And just, you walk out, you're like, I just need to have another come down beer. So you walk into, we went to the Drunken Poet, great little Irish bar just on top of Vic Market. And that was awesome until I'm like, I just got to go home. I'm tired. I've had too many beers. And boom, here we are. But Sublime were great. I don't know how folks feel about them, but yeah, they were like, I was trying to explain this the other day. It's like, you know how like CDs used to cost an absolute arm and a leg when you were a kid? And for years and years and years, really until JB Hi-Fi and then sort of the advent of digital stuff happened. As a music journalist, like that was one of the great perks. You get 1 million CDs. Like behind me, behind all the jerseys there's a bunch of, like, there's 1 million CDs. And like for years, I reckon like you could count though, like, because I was poor. And you'd save up, you'd buy a CD. And I reckon Sublime, that 96 album, would have been like, I don't know, the 4th or 5th CD that I owned. So yeah, that was really cool. Maybe we should do this as a Dead Set Legends Club thing, just talking about all the old CDs you had, like ranking your top 10 that you had when you were a kid. But anyway, I reckon like the first CD I think I ever bought was either, what was it, Smash by Offspring, I reckon. Yeah. Anyway, never mind, not too long after that. Anyway, so yeah, Sublime was fantastic. Had a great night. Partied hard. Probably too hard. It was unreal. Can recommend. Let's start today's show with a daily whip around. Whip around. Who wants a whip around? Hey, J. Cole is signing with the Chinese League. Sure. I don't know what that's got to do with the NBA. But anyway, the other big news today. Oh, I mean, it's out. The Jaden Ivey thing is just a rolling cacophony of dumb shittery, right? The report came out that he told like the Bulls trainers that Jesus had healed his knee. They sent him in for an MRI just to check. And then shut him down for the rest of the season. Jesus, take the wheel! I don't know, can he shoot threes? Might be the only way the Bulls get out of this mess. Anyway, so yeah, Ivy, that situation just sucks. As I said on the last couple of shows, I'm just like, dude, it's not that difficult to not be a dickhead, right? You know? Anyway, the other really sort of interesting one came out today. The Blazers, what a year they've had. Remember how their coach, like, got arrested for gambling. Chauncey bet the house, Billups. They got, replaced him with Tiago Splitter at the start of the season. And now, not only have they had, like, their coach arrested for gambling, their two assistant GMs, Mike Schmitz and Sergei Oliver, have been, I think, what have they been? Suspended as well for a period, like a couple of weeks, which is crazy. And they've been fined $100K because they had illegal contact with young Hansen 2 years ago before the 2025 NBA draft, which is just weird. Like, I don't know what what illegal contact constitutes here, because I think he was playing pro then. So you're just like an NBA team, like talking to another pro. Anyway, there's obviously like weird stuff about if you're playing pro, but you're still draft eligible, I guess. But it's just strange. Anyway, Blazers, what are they doing? Anywho, the other one I really wanted to hit on very quickly, and I'll probably just do more of it in year nars, the anti-tanking proposals. Now I've had to sort of sit down and like wrap my brain around it. I'm like, what are we doing here? This is... Adam Silver's like, we're going to finally stamp out tanking, Jim. And you read those proposals and you're like, that's not stamping out tanking, Adam, you idiot. So you need to get the Vice President of Common fucking Sense on board here, i.e. your mate Jim. My price keeps going up because you guys keep fucking just doing dumb shit, and it annoys the fuck out of me. So I'm going to charge an arm and a leg now for my consultancy fee as the Vice President of Common fucking Sense and go, you know what? There's real easy shit here, and I'm going to talk about it in year nars. Right, some game wraps from today. We had some awesome shit going on. I sort of hit on this in the NBA Coffee Run video this morning. There was like only a couple of games that really mattered today, but we ended up getting some huge performances and like just some pretty crazy fun stuff. So, yeah. Oh, the other one that I forgot to write down was that, was it Brandon Clark for the Grizzlies got arrested on drug and traffic charges. So, yeah, everything's going great in Memphis. Anyway, Sixers curb stomp the Wizards because Paul George, PEDP. Geez, it's a bit weird and it's not at all suspect, Jim, that he had a 25-game suspension for, like, failing a drug test, and then he comes back after 25 games and he's playing awesome, almost like he'd had performance-enhancing drugs. Isn't that not at all suspicious? No, it's not at all suspicious. He had 39 points and 6 assists and was awesome. Nothing to see here, folks. No Embiid, they killed him 151-131. Hawks absolutely curb-stomped the Magic, 130-101. This was like, I think they were trailing after the first quarter, then dropped 40 on the Magic, 47 on the Magic in the second quarter. And that was basically the game because the Magic looked tired, slow, inept, and like they did not care that they were getting their ass kicked. It was embarrassing if you're a Magic fan. I'll talk about that again in a second. Nicky Alexander-Walker's awesome. He had 32. The Celtics smoked the Heat, 147-129, because they had a huge quarter. They dropped 53 points in the first quarter. It was absurd. Jaylen Brown drops 43 in the end. That was a great game for them. 130-119. The Knicks got their win over the Grizzlies that they needed. According to Josh Hart, it's a must win, and luckily it was a win. They were like, oh, we don't know if Brunson's going to go, and he didn't. So they started Jose Grand Theft Alvarado. He wasn't too bad. He had 15, 4 and 4. But Cat had his first triple-double of the season. He had 20, 11, and 11. So that's spicy. I'll stop. Okay. The Kings, 123-115, beat, Toronto. 28-19 for Precious Achua. Bless you. That's just Yeah, we're going to talk about this again in standings check, but that is a disaster for the Raptors. The Pacers absolutely curb stomped the Bulls. Oh my God, they got straight killed.
So he got straight killed.
145, 126. No Josh Giddey. Lockie Olbrick got a bit of a run in this one. We picked the Pacers yesterday on yesterday's show for the simple fact, like the Jaden Ivey situation is not an ideal one for the rest of the Bulls. And there we go. That's your evidence. The Bucks, they lost against the Rockets. Pushed them all the way because Ousmane Deng had the game of his life. 36, 7, and 10. That was awesome for the French freak. But the Rockets hold on because Reed Shepherd is a weapon. Backed up a really good game yesterday with 27 today as well. The Nugs sort of just pissed off the Yaz, 131-17. Jamal Murray threw a sick backboard oop to Christian Brown. He had 37 to Jam and Jamal. That was very cool. And the Spurs rode a massive Wemby game. He had, a million points in the first half. Ends up with 41, 18, and 3 blocks. Bloody hell. 127-113 over the Warriors. So, it's time for standings check. Oh boy, the East just got weird. The Pistons are on top, still 4 games up on Boston because the Pistons didn't play today. The Celtics did. Cool. That is 76 games gone for the Pistons and the Celtics. So, yeah, with 6 games left, they're up 4. They're fine. The Knicks getting a win. They're 2.5 games behind the Celtics. Pack her up, boys. You're done there. With the Knicks win as well, they stay 1.5 games up on Cleveland. Out of the 4 spot. Cleveland sort of locked into the 4. They're 3.5 games up on your now 5-seeded Atlanta Hawks. Hello there, Atlanta. What are you doing there? Oh, you're in the 5 spot. Oh, that's not bad. And back up into 6 at 42 and 34, and only 1.5 games behind those Hawks in the 5 spot are your Philadelphia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6s. Yes, mate. Good win for them today because the Raptors absolutely bottled it today. They're still 42 and 34, but they have dropped all the way down to 7. Disaster zone territories, right? Like, what are we doing here? The Hornets are up into the 8 after Orlando lose today as well, which you love to see, and Miami lose. So a big win for the Charlotte Hornets by doing nothing, which is awesome if you're a Hornets fan. So they're in the 8 spot. I love that. Give me all of the Hornets in the playoffs. I can't wait. So the Magic are in the 9 spot just because they stink. We're out. The Magic, it's just all wrong. And the Heat, 40 and 37, a half game behind the Magic men now. So Florida not stepping up, are they? Out west, way out west. OKC, 60 and 16, 2 games up on the Spurs, who are 8 games ahead of the Lakers in the 3 spot. So good win for the Spurs. They are awesome at the moment. We're going to talk about them in the power rankings, obviously. The Lakers are 1.5 games up on the Nugs, who have now won 7 on the trot, which is pretty good. After their win today, they remain 1.5 games ahead of the Houston Rockets with their win today. They're 47 and 29, just eking a half game up on the Wolves, who are 46 and 29. Then you got the Suns in 7, locked in there. The Clippers, half game up on the Blazers after yesterday's game, which was awesome, 39-37. Blazers at 39 and 38. And then the Warriors, they stink and they're in the 10 spot. Steph Curry might come back on the weekend. He's like, jeebus. That's fun. But still, they're cooked. Let's do an NBA Australia Performer of the Night.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
With all due respect to Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum's triple-double, awesome stuff, right? That's amazing. Jason Tatum comes back from Achilles, throws in a pretty lazy triple-double, just hanging out, bro. He has 25, 18, and 11. The dude had an Achilles. I don't know if you've heard, but I've been dealing with my own Achilles problem. I was at the physio yesterday, actually. To compound my hangover today, to have just everything hurts because you're at the physio for the first time in a week and a half, because I took last week off going to the physio after playing pub cricket because my body was just ruined, and then boom, we're back into the morass, and it's not great. Anyway, Tatum was fantastic. That's a 25, 18, and 11 triple-double. Unbelievable. Jaylen Brown, 43 points. Unreal against the Heat. 7 assists, 3 rebounds, only the 1 turnover. Weapon. Paul George, PEDP, had 39 points on 15 of 22 shooting. He went 6 of 12 from deep, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Awesome game. Jamal Murray with his 37, 5 and 5. Nick Alexander-Walker, the 32 that I mentioned for him. Awesome gear. And I think the cool thing about Nick Alexander-Walker, 11 to 16 shooting, 5 and 9 from deep. He's thrown in 73 points in his last 2 games against the Magic. And I believe the Hawks swept the season series against Orlando 4-0. Yeesh. Anyway, Paul George also had 24 in the first half. Wemby also had himself a half. He had 27, 13, an assist and a block in 17 minutes. And he's going to win it for today because he finished the bloody game with a ridiculous 41 points, back-to-back 41-point games, 18 rebounds on 16 of 22 shooting, 2 of 6 from deep, 3 blocks, 3 assists, 0 turnovers. Oh boy, is it happening? Is it happening in front of our Wemby? Just is like destroyer of worlds vibes. And this MVP, so next week we're going to do more of this awards chatter. And the MVP stuff will just like reach, it's already hitting a blithering cacophony of dumb fuckery. Oh, Luka can't do it because he doesn't play defense. Okay. Wemby can't do it because he's French. Oh, shut up, idiots. Right. SGA is definitely Jordan. Oh, just everyone shut the fuck up. We've still got like 5 more games. Bloody hell. But yeah, Wemby's fucking amazing. Are you kidding? Back-to-back 41. 8, like fucking, what was it, 18 rebounds, 3 blocks. They are the best team in the NBA at the moment, and they have been since like the start of February, which I'll get to in a second in the power rankings, but fucking jeez. That is a team. So he gets it for me today. Awesome day, though. We had lots of awesome performers. Really fun games. Spud of the night, though.
Spud, 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 it is Spud. Spud of the night.
Spud of the night. Oh, taking now. 1 of 8 for Tari Eason. I mean, just a little bit of a weird low light for, in a pretty good game, I guess, for the Rockets. But Tari Eason's just had an absolute Barry Crocker shocker of a year, hasn't he? 1 of 7 for Aaron Air Gordon. 3 of 12 for Jaden Hardy and Jalen Suggs. 5 of 17 for Ace Bailey. We don't really dump on the rookies. You get that on the big jobs sometimes. My actual spud of the night, however, has got to go to Paolo Banchero. So watching that Magic Hawks game, early on, it was very entertaining. It was very fun. As I said, I think the Magic led after the first quarter. And then Paolo kind of just stopped trying. Like Franz Wagner, hello, he's back. And you're like, that's good. Why do they all look like they fucking hate each other's guts? It was hilarious. It was so weird. Paolo is just, he looked listless, uninterested, uncaring, slow. He had like he had 1 turnover. He just basically dribbled off his foot, went and got it. And then like Jalen Johnson just took it from him. You're like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Paolo, get your head out your ass. Jeez. And then they got their ass kicked. So he ends up with 11 points. That's not too bad, Jim. He shot 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 1 from 3. He had 3 assists and 3 turnovers. It was fucking shithouse. I feel personally aggrieved as well because, like, I was all over fucking, yes, Paolo, let's go. Top 5 MVP candidate this year. Let's fucking, and he's been shit. Just shit. The turnovers in the last, like, couple of weeks have been fucking through the roof. He sucks ass. Anyway, so yeah, that's not great. Who else had 5 of 15 for Jabari Smith Jr.? Yeah, Tyler Hero had 5 of 15 as well. Bub Carrington, hey, Bub. 5 of 14. Hey, Bub. Hey, Bub. Bub. 5 of 14 for Bub. Kennedy Chandler. Right, is that an NBA player or a sorority sister? Kennedy Chandler. Kennedy, stop! Yeah. Scotty Barnes had a shocker as well. Mostly probably because he realised that he'd been brought into my Supercoach team, so he decided to be fucking shithouse again. 5 of 14 for him. But I would very much like to thank our one and only saviour for today. He went and shot the magical... Oh, wait, no, there was two. Because Cowden Johnson, it was the day of the Johnsons. Double dick Thursday. We got two Johnsons who went and shot. Ah, yeah. Oh, chill. 311, you absolute beauty. Cowden Johnson, Trey Johnson. It's the double Johnson. Big dick Thursdays. You love to see it. Speaking of 311, at the Sublime show yesterday, of course, there's a guy sitting like two people down from us in a 311 t-shirt. Did I have to say something? No. Did I? You fucking better believe I did. Hey, man, fucking love 311. That t-shirt rules. Oh, thanks, man. And away we go. This is how guys make friends when they're old. There was like a bloke on the street who like stopped me the other day because I was wearing one of my Mastodon t-shirts. He's like, hey, man, I fucking love Mastodon. I'm like, yeah, me too. That's why I've got the t-shirt. We stood there and chatted about Mastodon for like 5 minutes. It was crazy. Just guys being dudes. All right. What about old mate, no mates? This one's easy today.
Old mate, no mates. Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Who's got no mates today? This is a combination.
Dickhead of the week.
It's fucking Goga. Can we get Elbow back on the telly to like declare war on wherever the fuck Goga's from? Georgia, I think. I want to say Georgia. I mean, there's enough problems in that part of the world right now anyway, so they probably don't need us to have a crack. But I feel like Elbow should jump back on the telly and just like go, right, I fucking saw that. You fucking try anything like that again, dickheads, and there's going to be hell to pay. So Goga has made the list. He tried to Andrew Bogut Jock Landale. And I don't know, if you're like me and you lived through the Bogut arm mangle, thanks to that mongrel Amari Stoudemire, who got into the fucking Hall of Fame for some reason, I'm still fucking... I'll talk about that again in a second. But anytime you undercut a big man in the air, it should be like fucking a 10-game suspension. Like, it's just fucking shithouse, right? So, because you think about when Amari undercut Bogut and just sort of like, you think about the big man in the air and their center of gravity and the sheer amount of force that their mass will create. Here we go. We're going fucking full scientist. Tell you what, when they hit the ground, it's like just compounded, right? With that extra mass, force, weight hitting it the fucking one time. Goga should be fired into the sun, is what I'm trying to say, right? Fuck him and fuck Georgia. Even the one in America. Like, Georgia can also fuck off. Atlanta, sorry. Like, it's somewhat ironic that, you know, Dyson Daniels and Jock Landale play for Atlanta in Georgia, but yeah, we're going to tell every Georgia to go get fucked. And this is sort of just what got my goat so much about it, is that we've seen this happen to Bogut. It completely changed his career. And it probably doesn't get talked enough about in general, because Bogut turns into a fucking head case at some point and is like abusing the adult. Oh, how good was that fucking Sixers-Kings game? I had to rewatch that this morning. Fucking Jesus. No one fucking scored a point for like the last 3 minutes. I would have been absolutely shitting bricks if I wasn't already drunk off my ass and watching Sublime. But anyway, I digress. Bogut is like out there fucking talking shit about the Adelaide owner and shit. Fucking, all right, settle down, mate. Jesus. But Bogut's entire NBA career goes on a completely different trajectory because of that prick Amari Stoudemire undercutting him in the air. He falls on his arm and completely fucks it up, like just explodes his arm. His elbow goes that way, his head went that way, his fucking like hand and like forearm go that way. It's fucked. And now suddenly he had to relearn how to fucking use his arm, shoot, all this sort of shit. Who knows how his career would have gone otherwise, but yeah, it's fucked. And just watching the replays, I was watching that game live, and I'm like, get him, Dyson, fuck him up. That was the pure Bendigo coming out of Dyson Daniels as well. Absolutely having a crack. And yeah, I fucking hated it. So Goga is our dickhead of the week and old mate no mates, and he can go get fucked. There we go. Pantsing of the night. I'm going to dump on Paolo again. Nick Alexander-Walker, like, kind of half-assedly put him in a washing machine spin cycle and just went around him and, like, just did this sick layup. And you're like, oh. Yeah, I think Paolo might have given up on the year here. It was fucked. Also, like, we'll do it in a second, but yeah. There's a couple, like Stephon Castle had a sick block, but it was against like this poor fucking dude who plays for the Warriors that you're like, who the fuck is that guy? Malevi Lyons, his free throws are fucked. But Stephon Castle absolutely deleted one of his shots. And you're like, Jesus, sent him fucking flying as well. Full-blown pantsing. Anyway, better than Lonzo Ball, Bronny James, and Ben Simmons.
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. He's coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. Ousmane Deng. Milwaukee. Who needs the Greek freak when you got the French freak? Seriously, what a game. 36 points. 15 to 31 from the floor, 1 of 7 from downtown. Not great, but anyway. 7 rebounds and 10 assists for Ousmane. That was fucking real. Giannis, piss off. We've got Ousmane Deng now. You're going to be okay. Who needs the Greek freak when you got the French freak? I'm just saying. We also had a couple of other absolute who the fuck is that moments for better than Lonzo Ball, Bronny James, and Ben Simmons today, because you had Bryce Sensabaugh just go off again. He had 28, 6, and 4. Not bad. Good size. Cormac Ryan. Yep. Also plays on the Bucks. He had 25, 2, and 4. Not bloody bad. Absolutely crushed it. Ethan Thompson. Jim, who he play for? Who the old lady? He plays for the Pacers. He had 24 points. Just imagine if Johnny Furphy hadn't gotten hurt and had done his knee earlier in the season. He'd be carving it up for the Pacers right now. It was absolutely awesome. Love to see him. They absolutely crushed it. But Ousmane, he gets it for me today. Reed Shepherd, as I mentioned, 27 points as well. All right, and then finally, everyone's favourite, Magic Tweet of the Week. UConn's victory over Duke in the NCAA tournament was a classic. UConn came back from a 19-point deficit to win the game 73-72 thanks to Braylon Mullins' three-point shot at the buzzer. It reminded me of Steph Curry. So clutch. Thanks, Magic. That's what I actually did that one on Monday as well, but he hasn't tweeted since then. I just love that one so much. So, yeah, let's go. All right, quick break. Back with some quick yeah-nahs, and then power rankings right after this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Darryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Australia.
You listen to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're
Australia.
listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
Right, let's do some very quick yeah-nahs brought to you by you. That's right, you can go help us out and buy us a coffee. buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya. It's basically our Patreon, right? But it just sounds a little bit cooler. It's actually really easy to use, so I kind of love it. You get to join the Dead Set Legends Club if you support the show, and you get exclusive content every month, which is very, very cool. So go check it out. buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya. Hey, Jim, should Amari be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, nah. I mean, I sort of hit on this quickly the other day. The problem is they let in Mitch Richmond. And I would still say that Amari had a bigger impact on the game of basketball than Mitch Richmond. That said, I don't know if Amari's impact on the game of basketball necessitates him being in the fucking Hall of Fame. Like, 5-time All-NBA, sure. Rookie of the Year, 6-time All-Star, never won shit, right? And that's just... Like, you had these moments where, yes, the Suns, the Nash Amari Suns were a fucking big thing. He was absolutely awesome at that time as well. 08, he averaged a 25 and 9. Very, very good. He had a 25 and 8 the year that he got to the Knicks. And then, you know, was absolutely carving it up. And then next year ends up getting hurt and the Melo trade happens and it's all a bit of a shit show. But, like, it's not the Hall of Really Good, right? It's the Hall of Fame. We don't need them up. Like, you can tell the story of basketball. You can go the 7 seconds or less Suns. It was like this huge thing in the mid-thousands. It changed the face of basketball. And saved it, many would say. But it doesn't necessitate Amari going to the fucking Hall of Fame by himself, right? Career averages of 18 and 7. And like, yeah, after that first sort of knee injury at the Knicks was never quite the same, right? And sort of never, like literally, so his peak... 26 and 9 from year 3 through to the 25 and 8 in New York in his first year in New York. So it's like basically this sort of 7-year run of him being probably like after Tim Duncan, KG, it's like Amari's right there as one of the best power forwards in the game. And here we are. Just imagine if Cleveland had been willing to part with JJ Hickson in that trade. Hey, Jim, did we fix tanking? Yeah, nah. Those 3 fucking proposals suck ass. So I sort of hit on this the other day. I just, like, if it's more complicated and you're sort of sitting there going, but this doesn't seem to fix it, guess what? I don't think it fixes it. So Adam Silver's like, we're going to obliterate all of the tanking. The incentives will be completely different to what they are now. The incentives are still the same. If you shit, you'll probably get a high draft pick. That's still the name of the game here. Like, that's still fucked. And I think there's real fixes that can be put in place here where you can't pick in the top 4 2 years in a row. That's a real fucking easy fix. And it's sitting right there. You just can't. Top 4, top 5, can't do it 2 years in a row. Because you know what? If you get one awesome year where you've tanked, you've gotten an awesome pick, you've jumped up in the lottery maybe and you're a half-decent team already, sick. You're probably not going to go back there. But if you're like a fucking serial offender of tanking, you're the Wizards, you're the Brooklyn Nets, you're the process Sixers, it's going to completely change the way you go about that second year once you've maybe gotten a top 4 pick if you know that you're not going to get a top 5 pick the next year. At all, no matter how shit you are, right? Maybe we should even expand. If you want to get really fucking hardcore about this sort of shit, guess what? There are good players outside of the top 8 in the draft. And guess what? If you land in the top 5, you can't pick in the top 8 the next year. It's really fucking simple to fix this shit, and I do not know why the NBA has to jump through all these fucking hoops. We've got a 5x5 system. But it's like, yeah, you'll just see people tanking harder to get into one of those 5 spots, you fucking idiots. What are you doing? There's the 20-win cliff option as well, where it's like the 2 seasons worth of like things. It's like, guess what? Shit teams are still going to be shit for 2 years. They'll just tank fucking longer, you idiots. What are you doing? And, I mean, you've got all the ones that are in like 8% flattened odds. It's still giving you a very, very decent chance of getting into the lottery and like being shit for years on years and years. We need to have these fucking hard conversations and go, yeah, mate, if you get a top 5 pick one year, you can't draft in the top 8 the next year. You just move to the back of the queue. So does the other teams that are in the top 5 and we shuffle it around. It's probably a better fucking system anyway for the dispersal of talent. I mean, fucking hell. Just hit your draft picks as well. Stop being shit. So I think all 3 of those anti-tanking things are fucking dumbass. Like they're meant to be incremental changes, and they are very incremental, but they don't change the incentive structure. So they've done fucked it again. Classic NBA. Anyway, last one is Doc Rivers, a Hall of Famer. Yeah, look, I was actually fine with that one to a degree. Like that 08 Celtics is a classic all-timer team. He was in charge of like a couple of different teams that like are iconic. Lob City Clippers. Yes, he keeps falling short. The 3-1 thing is hilarious, but that's great. It just means we could shine a brighter spotlight on how shit he was. But he did win a title. He's been around and relevant for a really long time. So I'm actually all right with that. Right. Power rankings. Unpopular opinions.
Now look at me, please. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. All right. We have 30 teams, and we have these tiers. Really fucking gross. Just gross. At least they're trying. No chance. Just get him in the playoffs. What the fuck is going on here? Punches chance? Question mark. And can win the title. Let's start at the bottom. Indiana Pacers, Nets, Utah, Washington. They're all really fucking gross. Like, real fucking gross. They all suck. It's a fucking blight on the game. Piss them off, right? The just gross tier is your Memphis Grizzlies, Dallas Mavericks, Milwaukee Bucks is not Algonquin for the good land anymore, and Chicago Bulls. They are all just gross. The Bulls today were fucking gross. Like, they weren't even trying, so they go out of the, at least they're trying tier, which is the Sacramento Kings and the New Orleans Pelicans. So let's break all these teams down just very quickly. The Pacers, shithouse. Nets, shithouse. They're playing fucking people you just don't know, right? The Jazz, same sort of vibe. The Wizards definitely as well. The just gross tier. Look, at least the Memphis Grizzlies are like playing their kids and they just get their ass kicked, right? But it's still gross basketball because they, those kids are learning on the job. It's fucking hard. Dallas is just gross because you watch a Dallas game and you're like, oh man, is this helping Cooper? What are we doing? Like, they got absolutely smoked by the next team yesterday. And you're watching Cooper Flag have 19 points on 19 shots next to Chris Middleton, Dan Gafford, and then Max Christie and Ryan Nembhard. You're like, oh, I can see the problem here. And the Bucks, look, they're still just gross. It's like Ousmane Deng going off. It's like, okay. And the Bulls, just gross. Even Gids is like, fuck this. And the Ivy thing is a horrible one. But at least they're trying tier is pretty fun. Because you got the Kings and you got the Pelicans. The Kings are at least trying. They beat the Raptors today. They're like locked into like these horrible fucking like records anyway. And they're like, we're going to get this awesome pick. We'll probably fuck it up because we're the Kings. But whatever. And the Pelicans have absolutely zero incentive to tank. So you're seeing them try, and it's kind of cool. They're just pumping minutes into their young dudes, some of their vets. It's all sort of coalescing. Good on them. The no chance tier. That's the Magic. They have no fucking chance. They're fucking cooked. Same with the Warriors. And unfortunately, probably the same with the Blazers. And obviously probably the Heat as well. So having watched like a bunch of Miami the last couple of days, a bit of Portland yesterday as well, they have more of a chance than the Warriors and the Magic, but they still have no chance. Like, I feel like if they were all, I don't know, Portland, if they were fully healthy, if they had Shaden Sharp and they'd all sort of been pointing the right direction, Giroux's balling out. The Blazers do look good at specific times. The problem is the West is such a fucking just horror show of decent teams. You think about 7 and 8 and like trying to win through this play-in thing. Portland have got like a hint of a chance of getting through to like the 8 seed. But they have no chance of winning a series, And I think the same thing sort of goes for the Heat. I don't even think they've got a chance though of winning through the play-ins because I feel like whoever lands in the 7 spot, like whether it be Toronto and Charlotte, whatever, I feel like both those teams are better than Miami. But, I mean, after Toronto today, fucking hell. Maybe Miami has a little bit more of a chance. But they will get smoked in a series. Like, even Detroit, as wounded as they are, I think they'd still fucking smash them. The tier. This is the Phoenix Suns, Toronto Raptors, and the Clippers. I say because they've all had, like, really strange weeks. Like, it's just, I feel like the Raptors just can't get out of their own way sometimes as well. And they're weirdly frustrating because of it. You try to watch one of their games, you're like, why aren't you better? Right? 42 and 34. Lost 2 straight. They've gone 5 and 5 in their last 10. And that, yeah, you say that and you go, yes, they have. That's like in the top 8 of the East, it's by far the worst record in the last 10 games. Like, it's crazy. Only Orlando and Miami are worse in the top 10. So Whereas you look at the Clippers, they've gone 5-5 in their last 10 as well, and they're just like a little bit, oh, how's he going? But they're still ahead of the Suns, who have gone 3-7 in their last 10, and have played some of these games like, what's going on there? Like, how do you lose to the Magic, right? I love this Magic. I want this Magic team to be so good, and they stink. Anyway, but the Clippers, the Raptors, and the Suns are all just, And I guess like making up the numbers is kind of like that tier as well. But the fact that the Suns and the Clippers are in the 7-8 spot right now, it does feel like they are really kind of like roadkill for the Thunder and Spurs, doesn't it? And the Raptors, fucking who knows where they finish up, right? They've still got a week and a bit to turn it around, though. So anyway, just get him in the playoffs. The Sixers, yes. The Hornets, yes, mate. And the suddenly unbeatable Atlanta Hawks, who have basically gone 8-2 in the last 10, have won, 15 and fucking 17. All three of them, I think, just get him in the playoffs. I reckon those three teams are easily going to be the most fun of those 5, 6, 7, 8, that 4-team bracket at the bottom of the East playoff race. I want those three to be in there in some way, shape, or form. It'll be way more fun. They're awesome. Sixers, you've got Paul George, PEDP, playing out of his fucking skin. Who knows why? You've got Embiid taking today off, coming back. Maxey carving it up. And away we go. VJ Edgecombe was really good today as well. The Hornets, absolutely unstoppable. The Hawks, super duper fun, even when Goga's trying to kill them. Love this for the Hawks. Let's fucking do this. Get him in the playoffs. The what the fuck is going on here tier? So Cleveland have just fucking just gone, hang on, what's going on here? Cleveland! That loss to the Lakers was pretty dispiriting. They're 47-29. They're in the 4th spot. They could have been making a push for the Knicks. I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here? And I sort of think we've been talking about who can win the title over the last, month or so. And there's sort of been either, 7 teams, 8 teams, 9 teams. And I still kind of think it's actually gone down maybe to 6 teams. Because I don't know if anybody in this tier, the what the fuck is going on here tier, can actually win the title. Cleveland, what the fuck's going on here? It's just a little bit janky when it shouldn't be. They're 7-3 in their last 10. The defense there, they've got Jared Allen back, but just you watch them and you go, what's going on here? Donnie Mitchell was so bad the other day. Anyway, Minnesota is next at 9. What the fuck's going on here? Ant-Man is missing intros because he's taking the world's biggest shit. All right, man. That's cool, I guess. But he's at least back. So fingers crossed he goes and has a bit of a crack. They could jump back up into proper contention, but there's just been something off about them for a little bit too much of this last month that worries me. Houston's the same. Right. Good win against the Knickerbockers yesterday. Another good win today. They're sort of solidifying their sort of a hint of a hold on that 5 spot. 1.5 games back at Denver, only a half game up on Minnesota, but they've won 4 straight. They needed to. But what the fuck's going on there? They just play Reed Shepherd. Jesus. And the Knicks. Oh, boy. Yeah. The Knicks are a conundrum. 49-28. They get a good win over Memphis today. We get that. But they just lost to the Hornets, the Thunder, and the Rockets all on the road. What's going on here? They gave Brunson the night off. That was fine. I don't know. They've sort of just fallen out of contention for me in the out of that top 6. So I've got them 7th. Then we've got Puncher's Chance, the tier. Denver. Obviously Puncher's Chance because they have Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Air Gordon back and healthy. The Lakers. Puncher's Chance, Luka, LeBron, Reeves. They've been playing awesome. Right? They're really fucking good. So, yeah, Puncher's Chance. I can't really put them up in the same level as the top 2 teams, but, yeah, Puncher's Chance. 5th overall behind Boston. Tatum's back and getting triple doubles. What the fuck is going on there? Jaylen Brown's like, hey, don't forget about me in this MVP shit. I'm just going to fucking go out and there and drop 43. Check this out. He had 43, didn't he? I think it was. That sounds right. 43. And then Detroit. I bumped it back up to 3. The way they've been so resilient without Cade has impressed the shit out of me. And they've locked away basically that 1 seed spot. it was looking a bit iffy for a minute there, but they've just, kept the ship afloat, kept it pointing in the right direction, done a really good job with Arcade. Dennis Jenkins and co have done a really, really, really solid job. Tobias Harris, I guess, having him there as like that sort of veteran, don't get too high, don't get too low, I'm Tobias Harris kind of vibe. It's been good. So I've got them 3. And then the top 2, the Thunder and the Spurs. Because the Spurs don't lose anymore. And since I had the stat up, since I think, what was it? February 1st? I think they're now 25-2 because they won today as well. Like, it's just absolutely absurd stuff what they're doing. Wemby just going, oh, hang on a second, I'll put this into high gear as we get closer to the playoffs, and we'll just start kicking everybody's ass. What do you think about that? So, yeah, not bad. Good size, I reckon. If you go back to Feb 1 all the way through to today, your Spurs are the best team in the NBA. 26-2. That's just, how you going? Absolutely unreal. Even OKC is 22-5. So, can win the title, Spurs and OKC. Puncher's chance, Detroit, Boston, Lakers, Denver. What the fuck's going on here? Knicks, Rockets, Minnesota, Cleveland. Cleveland? Just get him in the playoffs. Atlanta, Charlotte, Sixers. Clippers, Raptors, Suns. No chance. Heat, Blazers. Warriors, Magic. At least they're trying. Pelicans and Kings. Just gross. Bulls, Bucks, Mavs, and Grizz. Really fucking gross. Wizards, Utah, Brooklyn, Indy. There you go. Let's do a quick, what is it, Outback Takehouse? It's Thursday at Outback, and you know what that means. Well, because we're shut tomorrow for Good Friday, just sink some beers. TGIF, or TGIT, as it were. Thank God it's Thursday, only at Outback. 4 oil drum cans the size of your fucking head, so you can slam them down fast as well. Full of tasty Foster's Lager. And it's only at Outback. And today's Flame Grilled take is, just watch the NBA try to rig the run of playoff seeds for your Los Angeles Lakers so that LeBron James has his best chance of getting another ring and they get to keep their ratings. Because Steph's cooked, the Warriors are fucked. I don't think they're getting through the play-ins, but you better believe that LeBron James is going to somehow knock off one of those top 2 seeds and be in the Western Conference Finals, only at Outback. Just something to keep an eye on. The other Outback Takehouse is, I don't know what the fuck performance-enhancing drug Paul George is allegedly not on, but wow. I might have to get me some of that. Anyway, Australian Player Watch for today. Who do we have out there today? No Josh Giddey in that Bulls game. Took the day off. And Lockie Olbrick, the brick. 17 minutes. He had an 8 and 8. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, 1 block. Love it. Shot 4 of 8 from the floor. So he's got lots of 8s. It's all going on. 4 of 8 from the floor. 0 of 2 from downtown. You're beauty. Let's go. The brick. Dyson Daniels and Jock Landale obviously played against Atlanta because Jock nearly died. Dyson had 15 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers and a steal. Shot 5-11 from the floor and 1 of 2 from 3. We're getting there with Dyson in the 3 points. I'm loving this. This is good. 4 of 4 from the line as well. Jock played 15 minutes, had 8 points, 3 of 4 shooting, 1 of 2 from deep, 1 of 2 at the line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, plus 10, and got dogged by that fucking prick Goga. And I think that was it, because we didn't have any Wolves game, no Charlotte game, no Cavs game, and no Portland games today. So, all right. What about a Andrew Gaze Graham Mumber Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence then?
It's the first Andrew Gaze Grey Mamba.
Outstanding achievement in
the field of
excellence. Let's go, Nikola Jokic. Somehow doesn't really get talked about in the MVP convos anymore, but He's officially averaged a triple-double for the year again. Not bad. Second time he's ever done it. It's Jokic, the Big O, and Russell Westbrook who have ever done it for a full season now. He's averaging, 28, 13, and 11? That is absolutely crazy. And he's also probably going to be the first player in NBA history to lead the league in both rebounds and assists per game. That is awesome. I don't know. And we're somehow not going to have him in the top 2 of MVP voting. What the fuck? It's chaos, right? So, yeah, here we are. Poor Nikola Jokic. Man, Serbia doesn't matter. I want to ride horses. Okay. All right. Let's do some game. Oh, we'll do a Paddy Mills Game Day Baller Game Day Twitter check-in, shall we? Yeah. Paddy's been up to a bit of late too. So, with the new team over there in España. Where'd he go? Where's me Paddy? Paddy with the good hair. Paddy. Baller Pat. Bang. There we go. Man, this is fun. Special people, special place. Tenerife, you got me feeling something. Love heart emoji. God, he looks like he's having a good time too. Good stuff, Paddy. Love that. All right, some game previews for Good Friday. Game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem, Jim. Should I go get Goga? Yes, you should. Remember, you can find all of our picks over at Dabble. They go up every morning. You can hit the link in our social bios and the show description. It's all there. So, tomorrow, Good Friday. We're not going to do a show again until probably Monday, maybe Tuesday. Don't know how we're going to go. I'll have the boys down the beach. It's going to be pretty crazy. So I'll try to jump on them for Monday. But Good Friday, we've got Phoenix versus Charlotte. This is a weird game. Great uniform matchup. Here for it. The Suns are 5.5-point underdogs. I don't mind them to kind of keep that close, right? Dylan Brooks is back. Might throw a bit of a spanner in the wrench, as we say here. Charlotte's offense is awesome. They're especially good at home. But I reckon the Suns can probably keep this one tight. So let's go the Suns plus 5.5. Minnesota, Detroit. That game rocks. We're going to go the Wolves plus 3.5 in Detroit. I think Ant-Man ramping back up. Missing McDaniels, though, is a real pain in the ass. But in terms of Detroit killing you, I think on the perimeter, maybe they don't miss him that much in this game. So I might take the Wolves plus 3.5. Ant-Man just goes ham on the Pistons. Let's go. Wolves. Lakers OKC. Good game. Playoff preview, question mark? Lakers at OKC. The Thunder are 8.5-point favorites. I kind of like the Thunder here. I think their perimeter defense is just fucking awesome. And I feel like the Lakers might not be able to contain this Thunder team on their defensive side of the ball as well. So I'm going to take the Thunder at home, minus 8.5. Cleveland on the road in Golden State. With the Warriors resting and not playing anybody today. Maybe a couple of them come back. I mean, seriously, that Warriors lineup today was hilarious. It's like, Jesus. They started Draymond, Nate Williams, LJ Cryer, Pods, and Will Richard. Will Ricard. So, yeah, not great. I'm going to take the Cavs minus 10.5. They need a big win on the road after that Lakers loss. Pelicans go to Portland. Awesome, fun game. Pelicans playing okay. They're plus 6.5. I'm going to take that against the Blazers. I think Portland win, but I think the Pelicans can keep it at least close-ish. And then San Antonio at the Clippers. This is a good one. Wemby going to go ham on everybody. He had a insane little layup, little scoop shot, finger roll. There was absolutely Iceman vibes. George Gervin, just holy shit. But because he's got these fucking plastic man arms that just stretch Armstrong shit, he was standing almost at the free throw line. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, Spurs are 4.5-point favorites against the Clippers, having just beaten the Warriors today. I think they all played 26, 29, 25, 28, and 33 minutes, did most of their dudes. Clippers will be a bit tougher, but I think the Spurs will still be a bit too good. This should be a really fun game, though. I'll tell you that much. Kawhi up against one of his old teams. The big problem, I guess, for the Clippers is their big man rotation trying to contain Wemby, so they might get a bit fucked up. So I might take the Spurs still. So for the rest of the Easter weekend, there's actually a kind of because you got the Final Four happening in the NCAA tournament as well. They've sort of gone, let's sort of dodge this with some good games. Tomorrow you got Wolves. You got Wolves Pistons on Friday. Then the Wolves go to the Sixers. That's also a pretty good game. The rest of Saturday's slate, though, is not that great. So, yeah, it's a bit of a rough one, I'll tell you. There's like nothing good. Wolves Sixers with the Wolves on a back-to-back is absolutely the best of the bunch. The rest of it's shit house. And then Sunday, they've only got 3 games because they've got the NCAA stuff. So on that day, though, we've got Spurs Nuggets, San Antonio in Denver, and Detroit at Philly. 2 very fun games. So Sunday, Easter Sunday, that's pretty good. And on Monday, there's a Toronto-Boston games that's pretty good. Sun Chicago, always love that matchup. 93 NBA Finals, let's go. Otherwise, Charlotte Wolves, pretty good. Lakers Dallas, the Luka game back in Dallas, not bad. Houston Golden State ended up, so Monday's all right. So I reckon we'll probably try to jump on Monday. What do you reckon? Sound good? Good. All right, but that's it because I'm going to, I'll be back maybe Monday. See how we go. I'll take all my gear down the beach and try to tape a show for you. But anyway, go check out all of our shows, all of our stuff on the socials as well. Twitter, Facey, IG, YouTube, TikTok, NFL Straya, Jim Does Supercoach, and of course, Footy Unfilterated. God, I love doing that show. Just talking shit about footy. Love footy. So go subscribe everywhere, rate, review, subscribe across all of your podcast apps, wherever you're using your podcast stuff, or on YouTube. Jump in the comments, send through some YNRs, hit your mate Jim up. Get full of chocky, get full of beeros, have a good weekend over Easter, be safe, all that sort of stuff. Big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song, to Joshua De Laurentiis, House Hats, Fascinated, Goldmines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sextra, Green, and Dozers. They're behind all the tunes you do here, so smash them on music streaming platform of choice. And that's it. Nothing at the end of this one. I might throw a Cooking with Bainesy on there just in case you want to have something to giggle at a little bit. And yeah, have a great Easter. Stay safe. Smash a million chocky eggs. Maybe a million tins. But stay safe out there, would ya? Go on. Listen to your mate Jim. So have a good one. I'll catch you probably Easter Monday, you dickheads. I'll be like Jeebers just rolling back the rock, coming out off the couch after a million tins over the weekend watching footy and basketball. Alright, this NBA Australia saying, I don't practice Santeria and later hoes in you.